hand, Barry.
Sorry.
Belgium and Luxembourg expressed concerns about the use of Russian frozen assets. Do you share their concerns given the size of the investment fund sector in Ireland? And just briefly on the possibility of about 41% tax on investment funds at this point?
Could I first of all say I understand fully concerns that member states may have, because this is a very new, it's new territory. That said, and I would have made the point yesterday, there has to be a future deterrence against the breaches of the UN Charter. There has to be a deterrence against the waging of war, of illegal wars, of wars that seek arbitrarily to undermine the territorial integrity of a country and the sovereignty of a country. And it cannot be the case into the future that wars happen, civilian infrastructure gets destroyed, people are killed with abandon in terms of civilian attacks and so on like that, and then Europe has to come in and reconstruct the said areas, and with enormous cost. So there has to be a financial cost to the waging of war. There has to be reparations, and the manifestation of that is currently in the proposal that has emerged on the table in respect of the seized assets. No one wants to be in these positions, but the waging of war against a country like Ukraine has huge implications all around. It's not business as usual, that's the problem, as a result of the waging of war. And from my perspective, I've witnessed over the years, the European Union funding the reconstruction of so many areas that have been ravaged by war. And that's not sustainable into the future in terms of European capacities or the European future. I'm not in a position to go into specifics in respect of the budget, but the budget will focus on competitiveness around the Irish economy and supports. And I've been particularly focused on research and development across the board. That is a very important area in terms of our future competitiveness and in terms of certain sectors of the domestic economy also, that we would maintain competitiveness and jobs. And then, of course, parallel with that, the investment in infrastructure into the future.
Last question, Barry there. Barry.
Sorry.
Barry.
1 second. Sorry. So we're not politically neutral, we never have been. We're militarily neutral insofar as we're not members of NATO, and we've no plans to join NATO. But we've been part of European common security and defence for a long, long time. And it's extremely important that we continue to coordinate, cooperate, and particularly in terms of interoperability, in terms of joint procurement, that can facilitate such interoperability between different forces if we're on a peacekeeping mission with EU member states, that we have similar weaponry and similar systems so that we can perform optimally in peacekeeping situations. And also in terms of the newer threats around drone technology. I mean, the debate yesterday was on warfare is changing dramatically, as we can see in Ukraine. Dramatically changing, and so one's investments into the future has to be in the new area of technology and technological innovation, and that opens up all sorts of new areas, and that's why it is important that we would utilise the European Defence Agency and garner expertise and share expertise and knowledge and so on. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah.